we get to eat our spicy gochujang focaccia bread. And then you get these like pockets of the spicy garlic gochujang in your mouth with the lovely, soft, cushiony focaccia bread. Today, we're gonna use gochujang as our topping on this pillowy, airy, cushiony focaccia bread. And we're gonna make it garlicky and finger-licking good. So good. 오늘의 레시피, 정말 맛있는 고추장 마늘 포카치아 빵 만들기. 오늘도 여러분들과 영어로 함께 하겠습니다. Hi everyone, this is Helen and welcome to Modern Pepper. 안녕하세요, Modern Pepper의 헬렌입니다. The full ingredient list is available in the description box below, as well as the Korean product links that you could order online if you cannot get to a Korean market. First, we're going to start making the dough for our spicy gochujang garlic focaccia bread. It's going to be so good. I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour. If you have bread flour, even better. And make sure to just level out your flour like so. And to this, we're going to add 1.5 teaspoon of salt. That's 1 teaspoon, half teaspoon. And 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 and 2. Then mix the ingredients around with your fork like that. Then bring the mixture to center like that, and I want you to create a little well. And we're gonna add 1.5 teaspoon of instant yeast to our well. Now, when it comes to your yeast, always put it in a safe container and store in the freezer so it stays fresh as long as possible. Here I have 1.5 cups of warm water. Make sure it is around 100 degrees or less. Then we're gonna pour some of this warm water to our well, and we're gonna let this hang out and come back in a couple minutes. And a few minutes later, you should see the bubbling action happening like right now. And to this, we're gonna add 1.5 tablespoon of your finest, the very finest extra virgin olive oil. 1 tablespoon and half tablespoon. Then we're gonna go with our spoon and just slowly mix the liquid into our flour like that. Then we're gonna take the rest of our warm water. We have about 1.25 cups left, and we're just gonna pour all of it in here. So mix all the ingredients together until you don't see any dry flour left in the bowl. And this should be very sticky and gooey like so. Put everything in the center like that. Cover it with a plastic wrap. Then place the bowl on a kitchen towel and then cover the top like that. And I want you to let this rest for 30 minutes away from the heat and away from the sun. And 30 minutes later, our dough has almost doubled in size. I'm gonna place a small piece of our tape or anything that you wanna kind of mark where the bowl is. I'm gonna use a big spatula. So what you wanna do is go in from the side and go deep under. Lift like that, kind of shake it and jiggle it, and then bring it to this side. Lift and then fold over. Lift and fold over. This just tells me I went around in circle once, and we have to go around in circle 4 times altogether. So here we go. So lift from the bottom and then fold over. Lift from the bottom and fold over. So I just did 2. At least do a minimum of 4 rounds around the bowl, lifting and folding. Alternatively, you could also use your hands. Just make sure to wet your hands in some cold water, and then you go in from under and then pull and then fold over. So I'm starting from here, pull and fold over. So whatever method you prefer. Cover it with a plastic wrap, and we're gonna let this rest again for 20 to 30 minutes. Now we're gonna tuck and fold and rest our dough 3 more times. This is totally worth it, so get your laundry done in between or go online shopping. Here is a tip on proofing. If you have a convection oven and there's a proof setting, or if you could set it to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, this will cut your proofing time in half. And 30 minutes later, we are ready for our second round of tuck and fold. Again, that's our marker. We're gonna go in, under, pull, and fold over. Make sure to always go around and scrape the side of your bowl. Cover it with a plastic wrap, and again, we're gonna rest it for another 30 minutes, at least 20 minutes to 30 minutes again. All right, so it's been 30 minutes, and now we are ready for our third round of tuck and fold. And third time around, I'm gonna use my hands, so I'm gonna soak in cold water. And starting from our marker here, I'm gonna go under with my hand. Now it is so stretchy, look at that. And you fold it to the other end, turn, go under, tuck and pull and fold to the other end, and same thing. And wet your hands again in between the turns. The more you do it, better. So if you could do it up to 10 or 12 times around the bowl, great. Cover it with a plastic wrap, and we're gonna put it back on our towel and let it rest for 20 to 30 minutes. Now, while our dough is resting, we're gonna make our gochujang garlic spread to add to our delicious focaccia. So we need 1 tablespoon of gochujang, and gochujang is fermented red pepper paste. It is the bomb, and if you can't get to a Korean market, you could order this online, and I'll have the product link below. Add it to our small mixing bowl. You can lick it. 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Only use freshly chopped garlic, please. 2 tablespoons of ricotta cheese. Vegan friends, just use 1 tablespoon of tofu cream cheese instead. And we need 2 scallions finely minced, and just a tiny bit of black pepper, about 1/8 teaspoon. Then we're gonna mix everything up until it looks like this, into a thick paste like this. Oh, it smells so good. You should just like eat a spoonful of this right now. All right, so it's been 30 minutes and it is ready for our 4th round of tuck and pull. Now for this 4th round, we're gonna take half of our delicious gochujang garlic mixture that we made. We're gonna take half of this and put it right here. And I'm gonna use my hands again. So I'm gonna go in and wet my hands in some cold water. And starting with my marker, I'm gonna go in, pick up my dough, and pull, and fold over. Turn, pull, and fold over. So you'll notice that with each round of tuck and fold, your dough has become like so soft and elastic, very, very gummy. Go around the bowl at least for the final round, like 6 times. So we don't want to over mix our garlic and gochujang mixture too much into the dough, and you want the dough to look like this. Kind of mixed in with our gochujang topping, but not completely. Make sure to always scrape down the sides of your bowl like that. Then cover it with a plastic wrap. And we're gonna let this rest again. All the hard part's done. No more tuck and fold. We're just gonna let this rest again on your kitchen counter for 1 hour. Now, the other option is putting this bowl in the fridge overnight for 12 hours and letting it rise on your kitchen counter again the next day for about 2 hours since it's cold dough. But right now, we're gonna just use it as is and let this guy rest for 1 hour and continue making our delicious spicy gochujang garlicky focaccia that is so worth all the time and effort. Now, make sure to also check out my other Korean baked good recipes. Korean milk bread, ooh, so light and airy, melts in your mouth. And steamed buns stuffed with sweet beans, ooh. And hotdog, oh, pan-fried pancakes stuffed with ooey gooey sugary goodness. Ah, so good. So go to youtube.com/modernpepper, click on the playlist tab and select Korean snacks recipes, and I will see you there. All right, so it's been a little over an hour since our dough's been resting, and let's take a look. Ooh, look at that. So you want to rest your dough until you see these bubbles. So it might take longer for you depending on the temperature of your kitchen, and also if you rested your dough overnight in the fridge, it will probably take twice as long. Before we start our very last final dough resting, yes, one more time, everyone, is totally worth it. That's why focaccia bread is so airy and so delicious. I'm using a baking pan that's about 14 by 10 inches, and I'm gonna put a tablespoon of room temperature butter. Make sure to spread it evenly around the pan and also get the sides. And we're gonna add a generous amount of your finest extra virgin olive oil. You know, about 2 tablespoons. Look, if you want to save calories, line it with your parchment paper. Swirl it around, because the dough is gonna love all this extra olive oil. It's just gonna suck it right all up. Then we're gonna take our dough and pour it into our baking pan. And just try not to deflate the air in the dough and just pour it in here. Then I want you to put a little bit of olive oil on your fingertips. Rub it on both hands and just try to move the dough around the pan like that. And without deflating it, we're just gonna put a little bit of dimples and spread it. And all that extra olive oil you see, don't worry, the dough is gonna suck it all up. Cover it with a plastic wrap. Cover it with a kitchen towel, like that. And we're gonna wait until it doubles in size. It probably will take about 1 hour. Before we preheat our oven, place your rack on the bottom level, then preheat your oven to 400 degrees. All right, so it's been a little over an hour and let's take a look. Oh, so you wanna rest this until the dough has doubled in size and you can see the bubbles. We need the bubbles in our dough, and that's what makes focaccia bread airy and so soft and delicious. So this is ready. And then I want you to take some olive oil, dip your finger in it. This is the fun part. This is where you could call your kids to do this. What you want to do is just go in and make holes. Without deflating our dough, we're just making holes. Then we're gonna take our gochujang garlic paste that we made earlier, and we're just gonna gently spread it so it goes into the cracks and holes of our focaccia bread. Then we're gonna add a little more of extra virgin olive oil, just a little bit. I'm laughing because a little bit is all relative, right? And then I have 1 tablespoon of butter that I cut up into small pieces, and we're just gonna toss them. If you really wanna save calories, don't add this obviously, but you know, sometimes you just gotta have it the way it's meant to be eaten, you know, with butter and oil and all that yummy goodness like that. And this is ready for the oven. Place it in the bottom rack and bake for about 25 to 28 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's been about 28 minutes. When you have this beautiful golden crust color to your focaccia bread, that means this is done. Now, if you want to have that extra crunchy texture to your focaccia, take it out and put it on a cooling rack like so. And we're gonna turn off our heat completely and put it back in the oven and let it sit for 5 minutes. And 5 minutes later, we're gonna take it out. Ooh, look how beautiful that looks. So that extra 5 minutes in the oven, look at the bottom. Look how crunchy and crispy our focaccia bread looks. Oh. So at this point, you could just let this cool down completely for at least 20 to 30 minutes. But I saved a little bit of our gochujang garlic paste, and I'm just gonna like spread the love, extra love right here, like that. And I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of green onions while the bread is hot, so it kind of like steams, and that's it. We get to eat our spicy gochujang focaccia bread. It's totally worth all the effort and time, trust me. All right, now it's time to cut this baby up and enjoy. Which one to pick? They all look so good. I sing when I'm in front of delicious food. What can I say? Bon appetito. As you can see, the bread is so airy and cushiony. Like you could just, look, squeeze it, it bounces right back. And the bottom of our focaccia bread is just lovely, crunchy. Oh, I'm having trouble speaking. And then you get these like pockets of the spicy garlic gochujang in your mouth with the lovely, you know, soft, cushiony focaccia bread. This is why bread is like food heaven. You gotta make this at home. And you know, for the holidays, you make this and serve it to your guests. Oh, they're just gonna ask you to make some more over and over. I'm just saying. I want to thank you for watching today, and if you enjoyed watching today's video, I want to kindly ask you to click on that thumbs up icon and make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. 여러분 오늘 재밌게 보셨으면 꼭 좋아하는 버튼과 구독 버튼도 눌러주세요. 다음 영상에서 꼭 뵙겠습니다. 감사합니다. Alright folks, I will see you in one of these Korean recipe videos you see right here.